Finally, I'm at home, man. I've been traveling around all over New Jersey, New York, Pennsylvania, Tennessee, and finally back in Illinois. So what do I do when I wake up? Squat and do cardio. I brought back cardio confessions on YouTube. That's right, I brought it back. Why? Because cardio sucks. It's too cold outside to walk my dog, and honestly, Cardio Confessions is one of my all-time best series on YouTube. People seem to like it, and when I don't do it, people request it. So, while I don't have the most views per video on YouTube, the two people who do watch this shit, man, they love them some Cardio Confessions. My training's been on point. Now, I've normally been going to about 315. With all this traveling, my water's a bit off. I'm just not 100%. Honestly, sometimes I'm like, you know what? 315 is good. So today I went up to 315, but squatting every day isn't a science, man. It's about squatting every day. You don't have to do a certain way. I just recommend going below your capacity. So if I could do 315 for 10, I do it for 1 to 3. So today, instead of going 315 for 1, 365 for 1, and 405 for 1, I went 315 for 3. And then to add more volume, I pyramided down in weights. Went to 225, 135. So a complete pyramid. And man, I'll tell you what, sometimes just got to listen to your body. Like my kids squat every morning, and when they don't feel like they can go heavy that morning, I don't make them put a bunch of weight on the bar. I get it in there. I'm like, hey, you know what? Get in there, just squat and move on. When you squat daily, don't worry. If you have a bad squat session, you get to do it over the next day. And that's what it's all about. So there is no science. People are like, hey man, what's the program for this? Now this is where squatting daily helps. It makes your whole body strong as 150-pound dumbbells. 10 clean, perfect, beautiful, deep reps. I hate when I see people grab the big dumbbells and go down about 2 inches. You got to get a full range of motion. Keep them elbows in. Get the full ROM. Don't cheat. I hate that. I hate it on bench press too. If you don't bring it down to your pecs, you're not doing anything, man. So this is going pretty heavy. This is a very heavy machine. If you can see, the weights are very close to my hands, which means that, well, basically I'm lifting those weights. Very little leverage to go on. So when I'm doing drop sets like these, I take the weights off myself because that's the rest. Now this is at Basement Gym, St. Charles, Illinois, doing my thing, wearing my Tiger Fitness Game Day shirt. By the way, one of our best-selling shirts of all time. Those things are awesome. They come in so many different colors. Why do we call it Game Day? Because it's like a lot of people's favorite college teams, right? We got one. This is actually we have a Lakers color, LSU color. We got some really, really, really cool colors going on. And of course, you have the standard red and silver, which is also a great color. Rocking it out, getting my set, making sure I go to failure. When I go to failure, I go to failure. You can tell I'm kind of going ham on this. Making sure it happens. Making sure I get all the weight. Every single itty bitty weight. Getting a plate. I went down. I was about to be like, you know what? I'm going to stop at 225. But I'm like, nah, fuck that, man. We're going to go. We're going to hit 135. We're going to rep it out. We're going to make sure we get every single itty bitty bit of muscle contraction. Working every single muscle fiber. Making sure there's nothing left in the tank. That's what we do. That's how you go beyond failure, kids. That's intensity. Pec deck, love doing this. I always found, look, I do dumbbell flies when I train at home. Something about a heavy pec deck. Just focusing on that chest. Failure, you know you're going to failure there. Drop it down. When I do one set to failure, guys, I get in that mental zone. So I'll be hanging out, having a good time training. But guess what? Sometimes I just like to go beyond failure. Sometimes I like to mix it up. Sometimes I like to feel like a man and take it beyond my limits. And that's what I did on this set. Finishing off, I did 3 sets of this. Bicep curls. Thank you guys for watching. Still squatting every day. Still getting stronger. Still becoming the best me ever. And I recommend you try squatting every day. Because squatting every day makes you stronger in everything you do, as I'm showing you here on my daily vlog. Anyway, guys, Marc Lobliner here, squatting, as always, lifting heavy ass weights. and that's not a game.
Protein bars are self-explanatory. Protein.
I want to make sure that the protein that I'm putting in my body is really natural.
I really want to find protein bars that have whey protein isolate.
But whey protein isolate, that's ideal.
It's a solid protein. It makes me feel good.
This is the Outright bar.
Outright bar.
Sounds delicious.
Pretty excited about this.
Whey protein isolate?
That's the best kind.
Okay. This is good. This is a protein bar for real?
This is great.
I'm gonna get sustained energy and it has enough protein to help sustain my muscles. You couldn't ask for anything more.